Good mornings, YouTube. How are you? If you don't know, I am over here on Facebook. That's where I do all my morning tutorials. Both Facebook and YouTube. If you guys are watching the replay and I'm not live, you can drop hashtag reunion tour in the comments. Yeah, in the comments. And say hello. Also, if you're watching the replay and I'm not live, you can actually fast forward on both platforms. Actually, I do it all the time. I'm going to put my perfume on for the day. I do it all the time on both platforms. Touch the screen, and then there will be a little gear. This is for my replayers. There will be a little gear, and you can change the playback speed to 2.0. And I talk so freaking slow that you won't miss a thing. You will not miss a thing. Okay. I'm going to put my hair back so we can get ready. We're just going to do a quick get ready with me. Hello, Erin. Good morning. How are you? We're going to get a cup of coffee. Have a cup of coffee, a sip of coffee. I put my setting spray on. So I do setting spray, primer, setting spray as my pre-makeup routine. Those of you guys who've been around for a while on my Facebook page, Authentic Beauty with Tara D, you probably know that, and you know why. It's because I live in a hot and humid environment. I live in Houston, Texas, and so it's hot. Usually, although I woke up this morning, what y'all's temperature like? Because I woke up yesterday morning, and it was in the 30s, and this morning it's in the 40s. And yesterday it didn't get above like 62. And Max is back there snoring. Did y'all see him? Hey, Melissa, I still have to message you. Yesterday, I wrote down all the things that I want to share with you about nutritional hair loss and what I did to get my hair back, and just general advice that I have for people who've lost their hair because of a weight loss journey like I did so many years ago. Okay, we're going to let this primer sit in. Right now I'm using the Dolce & Gabbana Everlast. Let me show you. Here it is. Dolce & Gabbana Everlast. Facebook, say hi to YouTube. YouTube, say hi to the Book of Face. I do tutorials for my YouTubers who don't see me here ever. I do tutorials on Facebook every morning. I've been doing it for 5 years, or almost every morning while I get ready for work. And we just hang out and chat. Good morning, Brenda. How are you, sister? What's going on? Good morning, Erin. The gang is showing up. On YouTube, say hello. I don't know if welcome to live chat. Remember, I don't do this. I've done a YouTube live, like literally one time in my life. And these poor glasses, they are filthy. Let's see if we can see comments on the YouTubes. Okay, so my pre-makeup routine is setting spray, then primer, then setting spray. Oh, wait. Where's my work phone? Okay. My work phone, because I have a conference call. Good morning, Blossom Sisters. Oh, that's the thing about YouTube is you never really know. You never really know like what people's real names are. So it's good to see you guys. Heather Davis. Wait. Oh, yeah. So Heather says on Facebook, Heather says she lost a ton of hair after her gastric bypass surgery. In 2013, I had gastric sleeve surgery, lost half my body weight, over 136 pounds, and then lost half my hair in the process. And it's been a fight to give it back. So this is not a hair tutorial, but Melissa over on Facebook has asked me to give her some advice on how to get your hair back and all the things. So we have our hair back in pretty decent shape. Yeah. Pretty decent shape. Okay. So setting spray, primer, setting spray for me, for my combo oily skin, for the heat and humidity that I live in, and all the things. So I'm using the Scandinavia Bridal setting spray, and then the Dolce & Gabbana Everlast, and all that. So we're going to let that dry down. I'm going to do a very simple look today, something that everybody can execute. I'm going to do a simple eye. And then for my Facebookers, I mean, I guess for YouTube also, hang on. Let's see. Can I add in here? I'm going to add and pin into the comments into Facebook. That scared me for a second. I'm going to pin this comment in Facebook. I don't know if it'll let me put in a comment on YouTube. If anybody's done YouTube lives, help a sister out. Help a sister out. Blossom Sisters, what's your real name? Because I love your YouTube name. Are you a gardener? Are you a gardener? Or just love pretty names? Okay, let's get to the gettins. I'm gonna do super simple foundation. If I can find it. I put things back yesterday. Okay, so I did my setting spray, primer setting spray, but I'm actually gonna do a little bit of BB cream for some light coverage. I have my I just cleaned my brushes. Oh, by the way, my folks on Facebook and YouTubers, if y'all have a Facebook account, I think you can leave something in the comments for me. I'll go back to YouTube and I can answer your questions in YouTube on the comments. But here's the day. My name is Aurora. Oh, like Sleeping Beauty. I love that. Do people say that to you all the time though? Okay, so in my Facebook group, I'm starting a Facebook group for the Black Friday, Cyber Monday celebrations. It's going to be called Beauty Holiday Lounge, BU.YOU.TY, because that's my platform, Authentic Beauty with Tara D over on Facebook. And so I'm going to be doing for all my Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals that I have access to with discount codes and all that. I'm going to be doing a private group with giveaways over on Facebook. And I started building that out last night. I'm going to start putting people in tonight or tomorrow morning, actually. And then we're going to announce some of the first deals. But super light. Super light. Look, you can't have an A makeup game with an F skincare game, so I can do light. Before, I couldn't. But I'm 54, so, and I'm a regular person. I'm not some like influencer person or anything like that. I'm just a regular girl. I get ready for work every day on that there interwebs. Good morning, Kim. How are you? Leslie, this was part of the fall collection from Adorned. It's called something rose, but it's vegan leather. You know, all the Adorned headbands have 180 bends so they don't hurt your head. This is vegan leather, and it's almost like a purple or maroon. Or maybe this isn't the one, is it? No, this is not the holiday one. This one was last year. Fall last year. But I just have it like pushing my hair back. Okay. If anybody knows how to zap trolls on their YouTube, help a sister out. Yeah. Okay. Good morning. How is everybody? Good morning, Debbie. How are you? Okay. So the YouTubers probably have no clue who I am. The Facebook community that hangs out with me in the morning comes on and we chat and we catch up. So here's the deal. Today, I'm going to work. It's super exciting, right? Super exciting. There's my first alarm to get ready for my conference call. I'm going to do something very simple, okay, and really quick that anybody can execute. I'm 54 years old. Back in the day, who experienced this? Born in 1971, born, came to age in the 80s, born in the 70s, came to age in the 80s, in the era of no SPF and baby oil and iodine was about how we got our tans, and that was the extent of the protection on the skin. So I've been making up for a lot of lost time with my skincare, and I have to have hacks for makeup for many years. I used to use a lot of heavy coverage because I was covering up like the sins of the past, but I've been making up for that. And the better your skin gets, the less makeup you have to wear and the faster you can be. So that's what we're going to do today. Facebook keeps glitching for some reason. Kim is going to work. There we go. We don't have to ban people from both platforms today. The holiday season is upon us. Okay, so an anti-aging concealer. There we go. Now I'm going to do a quick contour. Here we go. Right here, right here, right here, right here. Cream contour for this aging skin. I love this cool contour. Yes, girl, yes. And on YouTube too. And on YouTube. Debbie, we're live on YouTube this morning, as well as on Facebook. So, okay, let's catch everybody up. Here's the deal. We're just hanging out while I get ready. Normally I do a lot of teaching and all that, but we got such a late start. So I was trying to find my second phone. However, we do have a lot to catch up on. So all my Black Friday deals are coming starting Thursday, 2 days from now. So I'm going to be having a private virtual holiday party in my Facebook group, and I'm going to be doing special tutorials and special giveaways for those people in that group. If you want to be a part of that, put Black Friday group in the comments, both on Facebook or on YouTube. You can put that in the comments, and there we go. Did I blend this out? And I will reach out to you on YouTube. Put it in the comments, and then I don't know how I can message you. You might have to email me. I didn't really think that through. Or you could go find me on Facebook. I don't know how to make a comment on YouTube. While I'm live, can I comment on YouTube? Melissa, is cream or powder better for aging skin? It kind of depends, Melissa. Generally speaking, creams are excellent for maturing skin and aging skin because aging skin typically needs hydration and moisture. And most cream products are made with humectants and emollients, right? So humectants attract water and hydration. Emollients lock them in with moisture because there is a difference between hydration and moisturization. Often people overlap the two, and they're not the same thing. Your skin as an aging woman, particularly if you're like me in menopausal age, as an aging woman, you really need to do both. You need to have hydration, and then you also need to have moisturization. They serve two totally different things, but work together for the same glorious outcome, right? Okay, I'm just pressing that together. Let's do... Oh, it's not bad already. Let's do a quick blush. And I'm going to be doing a cream blush, Melissa. Does that answer your question about it? have concealer on my forehead? Where? Girl, you know I don't have my glasses on. These are 54-year-old eyes. Oh, right here, Debbie. Thank you, honey. Super easy to fix. There we go. Good. I'm glad, Melissa. I'm glad that helped. As you can see, we have movement on the face. This is me, no filter, no nothing. Let's see. Let's get a nice neutral color. I'm wearing a sweatshirt. We're manifesting. We are manifesting. Oh, maybe I could do a combo. Ooh la la. I think I'm just going to stick with one. Remember we said easy? This is what happens. I automatically want to go into like a little bit more difficult, like do all the things. Okay, so I'm going to take my F4. I don't use the F4, the Mario F4 for foundation. I use it for cream blush, but I'm going to get myself another one that's dedicated foundations. If you don't know, I always have two of certain brushes that serve dual purposes. Like this is my setting powder brush, but this brush I use for bronzer. It's got a white nail polish ring around it, so I don't get them confused. This one I use for bronzer, and I use for really bright blush when I'm just wanting a wash of color. So when I find a brush that I like, I use it for two different things. This one is my contour brush or my sculpting brush that I use for my contour. This one, I love it for cream blushes. So it, again, has a white ring around it with nail polish. Super easy to identify the difference between the two. But I'm going to be getting myself one of these, another one of these, because I love how I can put on very intentionally with the small side, put the color intentionally somewhere, and then with a larger side, buff it out. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to be using my cream blush. This is actually going to serve as my lipstick. And let's try it as eyeshadow too today. It's going to be a little difficult. No, we're not going to try it as eyeshadow. Because remember, we're trying to make things simple, and I have hooded eyes, and cream eyeshadow on a hooded eye is never going to be simple. Not ever, 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 unless you do really good prep work on the eyes, which I did not do this morning. Okay, so I'm taking the smaller end. One thing that people do with cream blushes that starts it off completely wrong on the darker colors is they like take a swipe, and then the next thing you know, there's too much product on your face and you're blending it out, and you're starting to look like a clown because cream spreads. The beauty about cream is it looks glorious on older skin. It hydrates your skin as you're wearing makeup throughout the day. However, it does spread very easily. So the lack of control, it blends easily, but it also spreads easily. So for a beginner, learning how to blend and using cream products is really a great idea. However, you really have to be careful as to where you're putting it. And you can't just be like all willy-nilly with these huge stroke lines, because it'll spread all over your face very easily. So you want to keep it concentrated. That's why I'm using this very small edge of the Mario F4 brush, right? And I'm kind of putting the color where I want it to be. Now, I like the way the blush looks today. I don't need much more. I'm going simple, remember? So I'm going to take the naked end over here without anything on it and just soften that front side, like near the apples, so it's more soft, okay? There we go. And look, we made it super simple. I'm going to do the simplest eyeshadow ever. This eyeshadow is going to be on sale at some point. Pretty much everything I use is going to be on sale at some point over the between this Thursday and December 2nd. I'm going to use a liquid eyeshadow. I'm going to use one color on my eyes, and that's it. And so for a hooded-eyed girl, our first step is going to be to tap away. Right? There we go. Tap away any excess oil. I get oily on my eyelids. Who else does? Good morning, Linda. How are you? How you doing, sister? Breshaw, I love you, boo. I miss you. Kim says Black Friday. I think, yes, girl, you are on the list already. I was writing the list down. I still have to finish writing people down that commented later, that saw the replay later. YouTube, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm hosting a virtual holiday party with lots of fun, beauty tutorials. I'm going to be doing thrifting in there. I'm going to be showing, I have had so many requests for people like, how do I clean my leather purse? I'm actually going to do a tutorial on that stuff. And then I thought maybe I would do some ideas that I have for gift wrapping ideas. I'm going to share a recipe that I came across that I was like, yes, we're going to make that. If you've been in Jingle Jam before, it's not the same cookie recipe that I share in there. That's for over 20 years. For over 20 years, I've been making the Kris Kringle cookie, and it's like everybody knows it, and then I get requests for it. So I share that every year in my Jingle Jam party, which I don't know if we're having this year. I asked my team, did they want to do it? And two people responded, but I can't do it with only two people because it's a lot of content, and it's a busy time of year. Okay, I'm taking this color. I should probably get a new one because I've been using this same one since August. And I'm literally just painting the eyelid. Watch. I'm going to take my ring finger and I'm just going to kind of buff the color up towards my brow. Tapping it on. Now I'm hooded, so I need to make sure that I'm coming above the crease, above where my crease is while my eye is open. I'm going to take a peek-see and just make sure. And then we're going to pull up on this edge right here. And then again, just using the ring finger, lightest pressure possible. Boom, shakalaka. We have an eye. We have an eye. There we go. Just kind of fading it up a little bit. So put Black Friday. Kim loves Jingle Jam. Hey, Deborah. Of course, I will put you in. If you want to be in the exclusive Black Friday group that I have, put Black Friday in the comments, either here on Facebook or here on YouTube. And, oh, if anybody on Facebook doesn't follow me on YouTube, can you put YouTube link in the comments and I'll send you my YouTube link. You can follow me. I think we're going to start doing some tutorials over on YouTube. And maybe some jewelry jar unboxings over there. I do thrifting Thursdays on Facebook on Thursday nights. I either go over my thrift hauls or unbox some jewelry or purse rescue boxes or whatever. There. How do we look? Super easy. Okay, now I'm going to use the same liner and we're just going to line. I've been using the same one since the end of July, since July 31st when I got it. Every day almost. So it's now November. I probably need to refresh it because we're getting down to the nitty-gritties. And I'm going to use my mirror, my magnified mirror, and I'm just going to make sure that I have a little bit of definition over here on this outer lash line. It's a super simple eye look, very easy to for anybody to execute, beginners and everything. Makes you look like you know more about what you're doing. I'm just, I missed some spots out here, so I'm just kind of going over that. And then I'm going right by the lash line. Anything that I missed, right at the lash line. There. Okay, let's get a brow on. I'm going to do super simple brow. I'm going to do a powder brow today. It's so forgiving. Powder brows on a mature woman. We don't want to look like we're sponsored by Nike or like we're Oscar the Grouch. Does anybody remember those from your kid's toddler days? He'd come out of that trash can and the eyebrows would be like right here. We don't want to look like that. We want to look delicate and soft. Melissa says, my big 50 is Saturday. No way. Melissa, welcome to the 50s Club, sister. Welcome to the 50s Club. Let's have a talk about that. Bye, Bunny. Have a great day at school. Love you. That's my daughter, Mia. Okay. I use 2 powders. One, you can see I use more than the other, right? So, this darker one I use to line my brows and do like the back 2/3. This color is the lighter color. This is brown. This is dark brown. I ombre my brows all the time. But we're going to have to boogie because I only have like 15 minutes now. Let's zoom in on Facebook. Can we zoom in? Oh, snapperoonies. We can zoom in on the YouTubes. Okay, so here's how I do. I brush my eyebrows up. I always brush through my eyebrows to remove any foundation, any powder, anything that you might see or get caught up in your brows. Now, menopausal women, wait, my menopausal friends out there, we all know that the brows and the lashes just don't even, right? Not anymore. They hardly exist. They used to be so luxurious and all the things. So we want to take away anything that makes them disappear more by removing foundation and powder. I also like to take the darker color in the powder with a brush that has a spoolie on one end and a little angled situation on the other. And I just like to, at the bottom of the base of the brow, where the hair grows out of my face, I like to fill in the spots that are kind of balding first before I move into adding any additional color. So there's like some little spots that are balding. If you don't know, 21 years ago when Josh and I got married, I went and had my eyebrows done. It was the last time I ever had my eyebrows done because she burned me and created a bald spot right here. Right here. So I was walking down the aisle looking like Vanilla Ice. Anyway, so I always have to cover that up over here. Some hair grew back, just not all of it. But it just didn't grow back in the type of force that it is. And since menopause, lashes and brows seem to be disappearing from my face at a very rapid pace. So what I like to do is I like to brush the hairs up and I like to follow the hairline where it grows out of my face. So I'm just simply tapping this on in some short strokes, right? And as I get at the bottom of the hairline right there, right? Kind of defining that lower end, making it look like a cleaner brow. Then once I get past the arch, I actually cross over and I don't follow the bottom hairline down on this side on the downslope because that tends to close you off. And as a hooded-eyed girl, you can see it makes this a bit heavier. Do you know what I mean? So I actually cross over and go to the top of the hairline and do a little darkness back there. And then I'm going out like this far, right? Creating a little bit of lift on that outer part of the brow. We'll do both sides. I might not get to mascara before my conference call alarm goes off, but I'm going to show you how I use the same blush for my lipstick. Okay, and then I brush the hairs down, and this part made such a huge difference for me, right? I brush the hairs down, and with that same dark color, I'm still working with the dark color, okay? So the dark color goes the entire length of the bottom of the brow, but the dark color also goes the back 2/3 of the top. So you're gonna look to see where, this is why I use a magnified mirror, to see where the hairs grow out of your face on the top run of the brow. What do you mean, Debbie? Oh, you are? Thank you, my love. I need to make you a moderator so you can zap trolls. Anyway, so see how I went to about 2/3 of the way with that darker color. I'm lifting the brow on the back end by really concentrating on where that hair grows out of my face, the natural hairline. I'm not widening my brows. I'm not thickening my brows. I'm just making the brow shape and thickness that I have a bit more dense looking, right? So here we go. I'm about 2/3 of the way, and then I'm going to stop. I probably need to close that off just a little bit more. Okay. So with the same brush, but not adding any more product, I'm going to brush up, make sure I don't have any vacancies. And I'm going to kind of color in between the lines here. And I'm working against the grain of the hair. I'm brushing that hair backwards with this brush. This is going to do two things for me. As I've become a menopausal raisin in my menopausal years, and the hair on my face, well, the hair I want on my face, the hair I don't want on my face seems to be coming in at a rapid pace. The hair that I do want on my face seems to be going away at a rapid pace. Not really sure why God did that to us, but it is a cruel punishment, a cruel joke. And I'm coloring in between, working against the grain of the hair. This is going to lift the hair off my face from the root, giving the illusion that there's more hair there. It's a little fluffier, right? So now I go in with the lighter color. This is not the simple eyebrow. And when I do simple eyebrow, I use the lighter color and I just do one color. I don't ombre my brows. And I'm just using the width of this angle to dictate what the width of the head of my brow should be. And I'm rubbing back and forth. And I'm going to rub backwards again to fluff those hairs from the root. Like that. Oh, Lord. I'm going to have to let that go. I'm not going to touch the screen because it usually cuts me off when I do. Somebody's calling me and I forgot to put on my do not disturb. Sorry about that. Okay. And then I brush them regular. And then I lay them down at the top. Okay. I love how the trolls are out in full force today. Okay, let's do a little bit of a lip look. Just for shits and giggles. I'm going to line with a berry lip liner. I'll do a more detailed tutorial on lip contouring in my Facebook group for my Black Friday celebration. It's called Beauty Holiday Lounge. Beauty is spelled BE.YOU.TY. I'm working on setting up the group now. Okay, remember this color that we put on our lips? I mean, that we put on our cheeks. I need my lip brush. Where is it? It should be right here. There it is. So I'm going to take the same cream blush. This is an all-in-one color stick. So it can be lipstick. It can be cheek color. It can be eye color. If you don't have hooded eyes, it's a good option. You will need to set it with powder. I have hooded eyes, so I don't hardly ever use it. Debbie, it's only for my customers. We need to figure out about Jingle Jam, Debbie. I put a question in the team chat about Jingle Jam, and I'm just going to powder around it. I typically need a little bit more. Hold please. I'm just going to use my finger and not the brush. There we go. But not many people responded that they wanted to do Jingle Jam. So we might not be doing Jingle Jam this year if we don't have enough participation. It's too much for one person to do, or 3 people to do. Yeah, in the beauty group, I'm going to be doing a lip contouring for the holidays. I'm going to be doing, the holiday group, I'm going to be doing lip contouring to let you guys define your lips. I don't know about y'all, but in my 50s, and actually in my later 40s, I think this started happening, like the lip color started running away from my face. My lips used to seem a lot fuller. So we have to line them differently. I didn't use my glasses, so who knows how it is. That's all right. So I overline to the top and I overline to the bottom, and that gives it a little bit of bump of fullness. It kind of shortens the philtrum to give a little bit of a fake lip lift, but also gives you more volume in the center. Right there. That's possible, but I'll probably do something just for my people. So instead of Jingle Jam. There we go. Just a little bit of powder. I didn't even put any on this brush. We might have a little time for mascara. Let's do it. Should we Lash Diva? That's my signature lash look. Oh, snap. I forgot to put my lash serum on. I've been using a lash serum that I can wear underneath makeup, and that's a game changer for me, right? Please do Jingle Jam. I look forward to it every year. I know, Tammy, it's just a huge undertaking, and so we need multiple people to contribute to it. And I just, to be able to do that much holiday inspired content in a short period of time is too much for me all by myself. And if the rest of the team doesn't want to do it, then I'm kind of stuck. So I might have to do a scaled down version just for my people. And the Black Friday group that I started can probably continue. Oops, Facebook ran out. Can probably continue. I'm just going to do one eye because I see my alarm's going to go off here in just a second. So that's lash primer. Yesterday I wore burgundy. I wore burgundy mascara yesterday. I should do it again today. Okay, so that was my lash primer. I use Epic Twisted Mascara. It's a perfect hooded eye mascara and mature eye mascara. We have 2 wands, okay? One nestled inside the other. Baby wand, mama wand. Technically, it's called micro and macro, but it is what it, I call it different things. So I use baby wand first, and I always do my lower lashes first, because when I lean forward, and I was asked this question the other day, why do you do your lower lashes first? Because the way I try to get my lower lashes, I lean forward. But if I have mascara on my top lashes, because my eye is so hooded, it gets all over my upper lash. I mean, my upper eyeshadow look. So I don't want that. So I'm doing a tapping motion and just doing a light layer, and I'm doing the lower first. So then I'm going to use this micro wand. I'm also going to do the backs of my lashes. Okay. Now the act of that pushes my lashes down. I then do a faux tight line. This is the hooded eye. This is my Lash Diva system that I do. That's a technique on how to apply, partnered with certain particular products that I use that allow me to do this. I do faux tight line to define the eye, as you can see, much more defined and actually prettier looking. And I haven't even gone up the fronts of my lashes with a full coat yet. So then I put it on. Okay. And then I use Mama Wand. And I use her. She's a very stiff, very, very stiff, if you can see that, molded silicone bristle brush designed for definition and separation. So I kind of use her as a lash comb, if you will, right here. Now, then I'm not going to do the burgundy. That by itself is beautiful. It's a beautiful lash look, but I'm going to take it to the extreme. And I did not warm this up. I typically put it in my bra while I'm getting ready. It is cold today, but so I'm just going to rub it like this a little bit to loosen it. If you ever, if you sit on it, put it between your legs when you cross your legs, or you put it in your, you know, what you call it, your bra, it will warm up the formula for you, make it a little bit looser for you. I'm using, this is my 4D mascara. This is a lash fiber mascara, very dense. So I'm actually just going to use that on the outer tip. I'm not even taking it to the base. This fat wand doesn't need to get to the base of my lashes. I've already packed on a really nice tight line effective mascara at the base. Facebook, my Wi-Fi is going crazy on the phone that I'm doing Facebook. It keeps glitching. And then I'm going to change my hold and do that. Okay. And there's the Lash Diva. This is why I do it. Don't be afraid to mix up mascara formulations to get the look that you want. It's a customized look. I love that. It's, you know, me. So now I'm going to take my setting spray. I usually do that before I put mascara on. And we're just going to let it dry down. Okay, we're going to run off to work. I got to get on my conference call. Thank you, YouTube, for joining me today. If you're watching the replay, we'll put hashtag reunion tour in the comments. I would love to say hi to you. We might do a little bit more around here. Facebook, I love you. You know, 143, the way it always is. If you want to be in my Facebook group for my Black Friday celebration, it's called Beauty Holiday Lounge. It's going to go until December 2nd and maybe beyond if I wind up doing Jingle Jam by myself, maybe beyond. And then put in the comments, I want you to put Black Friday group in the comments, either on Facebook or on YouTube if you want to be added to that group. I'll figure out how to do the YouTube, like, to connect with people and let them know. Okay. So you guys have an amazing day. I'm going to run to work and get on my conference call and see you guys mañana, 7:30 Central Standard Time on Facebook, pretty much every morning while we get ready for work. Bye. Okay, YouTube, we got to figure out how to turn you off. Okay. Here we go.